Welcome to Stop and Breathe with Tobias. Now that's special because in the series of the teachings and the little notes that I'll be putting on video, I am calling anyone who listens or watches to stop. And the stopping part of it is stop doing and just consider, could this be true? Now I will talk about several things on these little videos, but today I want to talk about the quality that truth brings out, or the character of truth versus the character of a lie. Every morning when I wake up, or most mornings when I wake up and I look out my window, there are two things I see. I see this giant tree, and then under it I see these little wild mushrooms. They sprout in the night because in the morning or in the day you rarely see them, but in the night something happens and these wild mushrooms sprout from under the tree. And I don't know who cares for them, but quickly they disappear. But there's just one thing that remains every day. When I look out, I see this tree that weathers the storm. Come rain, come sunshine, strong wind and everything that beats on it. It stays strong. Now, I want you to consider something. I want you to stop and consider this. Proverbs 12:19 says, "The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment." The lip of truth will be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. So the one thing that you will find out about swinging on the side of truth, which is what actually we are called to in this day and time. It's been from the foundations of the earth. The call to us has been on these two sides of life. Will you build your life on truth, or will you build it on a lie? Because if you build it on truth, as we see the quality of truth, truth will sustain you and will establish you forever. You may suffer for truth, but there's something beautiful about that, because in time, truth will vindicate you, and time will test your living, and those who have seen your kind of living will see that you endure and you come out strong. But lying is very tempting, and it is sweet sometimes when we consider it, because it gets us out of the trap quickly sometimes when we tell a lie. Now, I'm not just talking about when we tell a lie, I'm talking about when lies are told to us. They come in quoted form, and they are beautiful when we hear about them. They're things we really want to believe quickly. But soon we discover that it was a lie. And the foundation upon which we build on is coming down, and we reach out for an anchor to try and find ourselves out of the trouble. So stop today. Stop the hurry and the rushing and the stuff that you're doing right now to try and make sense of life, and consider what is true. Now, in this little short video, what I want you to consider is, when it comes to the life I'm living, what truth have I built it on? Let me give you an example that I find a lot of people fall into this trap of, who am I? What's the truth about who I am? Psalm 139 says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So when I look at myself in the mirror, the first thing I want to tell myself, I want to speak to myself is, hey, look at what God came up with. This is just wonderful. And the quality of fearfulness here is that God took his time and worked something that, when you look at, is, when you find those precious things and you do not want them to break and you have to carry it with lots of care, that's a quality of fearful and wonderfully made. Like, God has made us in a way that he also carries us with a lot of care. But when we build our life on a lie, we start telling ourselves the very opposite of that. We start telling ourselves how we are, broken, and how life has had, impact on us, and how it's bringing us down, and everything that the world is saying out there when you watch the news starts to creep into us, and we begin to define ourselves with what culture says we are. So today, stop and just breathe, because God has put that breath of life in you, and he wants you to build your life on truth, because truth will endure forever. But a life built on a lie will quickly fall apart. Thank you.